Yes, I have a confession to make. I sort of fell into the MoonSwatch craze or MoonSwatch strap after it being launched for a couple of years. So, yeah, before you guys come to me with pitchforks and fire, well, please hear me out, or at least, let me have a chance to show you the watch first. I'll remove the packaging very quickly, and I'm gonna show it to you guys that it's a mission to moon, right? Bioceramic is just a crap for the recyclable plastic, I guess. Omega Swatch. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. What's interesting? This is the Snoopy version. Let's see what they've written in the box. It's 1965. Omega Speedmaster is declared flight qualified for all manned space missions. 1960 and 2024, Snoopy joins the mission to Moonface. All right, so I'm gonna just really do a very quick unboxing here. I know that some of you guys may not be interested with the watch, so
A few moments later.
it's so-called a paper cardboard watch pillow. And yep, here is the watch, and I think it's supposed to be tucked in like this. And I'm gonna get a little closer to the watch, and we'll talk about quickly the pros and cons, or whether or not this is worth the hype. Okay, so this is going to be one of those really unscripted video. So I'm gonna go freestyle here. So yes, I'm not gonna go into the detail of whether or not this plastic is a ceramic or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I think this version, it's a Snoopy edition. It's not a limited edition. I think there's plentiful, but somehow the marketing style or the distribution model of Swatch is kind of awkward, because you see, in the entire West Peninsula Malaysia, I believe there's only one Swatch shop that sells it. I think it's somewhere in Kuala Lumpur, Pavilion, somewhere there. And on the east of Malaysia, I believe they have another Swatch in the state of Sabah. And if I'm not mistaken, I didn't check my facts here, there is another shop in Sarawak. So a buddy of mine was in Sabah, in the capital city Kota Kinabalu, for a conference. Shout out to Damien here. He was there, he dropped by the Swatch, and they still have this MoonSwatch. Right now, it's not really like you have to queue like crazy, except for those really limited edition. But for normal, you can basically get it. It's just that for me, I'm living in Penang. I need to go all the way to Kuala Lumpur Pavilion to see the watch. Nah, no thanks. But since he was there, he was looking at a couple of this MoonSwatch. There's a couple of versions, and I asked him, yeah, show me some, and yeah, he showed me this black Snoopy version. All right, which I said, well, yeah, if it's available, help me get it. So yeah, here I am. The watch is kind of, I would say, may buttered some Omega owners. It's a replica. I'm not sure even if a replica. It's kind of a one-to-one copy of the famous Omega Speedmaster in a more affordable version, in a more lightweight version, if you will. It's made out of bioceramic. I'm just gonna call it plastic. Has like crystal. It's powered by a quartz movement. This year it comes with a moon phase because, yeah, lunar, right? And if you can see from the moon, let me go in a little closer. The moon actually has the paw print of Snoopy. And this thing here is the battery cover. So if you need to change the battery on your own, you don't need to open up the case back and, yeah, you just open this up. Pros and cons here. Pros, that yeah, the chances of screwing up is a lot less. Cons, well, yeah, for those that say, yeah, I cannot tinker with the watch module. Let's say if something were to happen to the quartz module, I need to toss the watch away. But yeah, it's kind of an affordable version of an Omega. What do you expect? And yeah, they still have the tachymeter, all that yada yada. Let's go closer to the dial. So unfortunately, the chronograph second hand does not align well. Well, that happens a lot of time for swatch, right? Or even Tissot. You start the chronograph by pressing the pusher at 2. And yes, I know it's gonna hurt, or I'm gonna invite a lot of negative comments. It's a 1 second chronograph stopwatch. Yeah, press it, stop, press the 4. Yep, it goes back to 0, and no matter how I try to adjust it, so there's an instruction. Before I go to the moon phase, I'm gonna pull the crown out to 1 position, all right? And you can see this turn around. So it shows that now I'm in the calibration mode of the main second hand. So by pressing the pusher at 4, I can kind of jog the second hand. And it's kind of a 1 second jog. So I cannot really align it, right? So it jumps back to whatever position it is, and it's offset. Well, yeah, typical. Well, another function is if I were to pull the crown out twice, well, I can go, right, adjusting the time and whatnot. The thing is that I do not know whether it's AM or PM. I really don't know. There's no indicator. Maybe there is, but yeah, I could have bothered to know that. And another function is the moon phase, and if you can see on that translucent thingy here, Snoopy is hiding inside because now it's just past the new moon, right? So you can see basically a crescent. So how do you adjust that, right? Let me recall. If I pull out the crown twice, if I press the pusher at 4, I should be able to jog the moon, right? The moon is moving and you can see Snoopy. Oh, bye, Snoopy, all right? And I can jog it again, and it slows and it goes fast. So there's a cool thing in their website. Sorry, I'm gonna zoom out a little. Yep, so that you don't feel this. There is a cool information at the MoonSwatch website to tell you what exactly the current moon phase in your location. So I'm just gonna slowly, or it's not moving. It's very slow. Yeah, I'm just gonna wing it. I think. Okay, I think it's, yeah, from the website, it's something like this. So I'm gonna push it in again, go in a little closer. Maybe I need to move it out a little more, which I'm gonna do it later. But if you look at their website, yep, they will tell you the current moon phase, I believe, at your current location. Other than that, let me see. Mark, it's a sine crown, nothing on the pushers. Back, well, yeah, I don't even know what the water resistance is. Let's try to see if there's any mention, blah blah blah, for the moon mission, blah blah blah. Wow, water resistance. So it's just about, if you follow ISO rating, it's about 30 meters. Yeah, splashy. And it comes with the NASA Velcro strap. Pros and cons: if I'm wearing gloves, if I have some things, yep, it will catch on that. Cons: if you have a kind of small wrist, this one will be slightly too long. I'm gonna put it on the wrist and see. And yeah, let's do that and see what we can talk about the watch later. Alright, so this is how the watch sits on my 6-inch or 15.2 centimeters wrist, and yeah, barely, right? Yeah, this is the Velcro strap. Barely. I'm wearing it a little tight because it's just for show. Maybe I need to loosen it a little, slightly. And yeah, it's kind of okay. It's not overly big. Maybe because it's full blacked out, so it doesn't look too big like a piece of heavy chunk of metal on my wrist. But yeah, I think it fits well. But if you have a wrist smaller than mine, you may have some problem with the straps. So I'm gonna remove it from my wrist. We're gonna go a little detail on the watch dimensions and maybe some lume shot. And maybe if I don't feel too hot now, I'm gonna just put it on a different strap. The watch has a case diameter of about 42 millimeters, 41.8 as I'm measuring here. If I were to measure just the bezel, it's about 40 millimeters, 39.7. It comes with a 20 millimeter lug width, Well, surprisingly, the luck to luck distance is long, is 46.7, but somehow, because of the blacked out case, it didn't feel too long on my wrist. And I think I'm gonna scratch this crystal. Thickness is about 13.5, including the dome acrylic crystal. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let's do some lume shot then. Okay, so I'm giving the watch a lume charge. I'm gonna turn the lights off, and yep, this is how the lume looks like when it is dark. You can clearly see the chronograph second hand, and I've just clicked it for it to start. You can see it's ticking away 1 second. Unfortunately, there is totally no lume or whatsoever on the moon face. You cannot even see the Snoopy. You cannot even see the moon. And I think the lume is pretty weak. I'm not sure what kind of lume compound that they use, but maybe the surface area, it's too small for the lume to last long. I don't think it's gonna last long, but hey, it's not a dive watch, right? It's just a fun chronograph watch. So I'm not too bothered about the lume being too little. Let me turn on back some of the lights I have here, and one more light here. Okay, yeah, there we go. It's not bad looking per se. It's not really cheap. It doesn't feel like, you know, it's a toy, if you will. It's kind of like a lightweight watch. Reminds me of the I just couldn't recall the name, but I'm gonna put the wordings here. Reminds me of that Marathon. Yes, Marathon watch, which I had earlier, which I've sold. So it comes with that carbon ceramic, whatever, carbon core, or maybe like a new kind of a G-Shock Casio where it comes with a carbon core guard. It feels something like that without that extra protection or strap. So yeah, I don't think it's flimsy per se. It's just lightweight, and yeah, that's it. All right, I think with that said, that's it for this video. If you're new to the channel, please help to subscribe to the channel, and take care, stay safe, and bye bye.